are trying to do that is with the business development framework. This is actually two-folded. On the one hand side, it will embed the applications, which you can see here in red, and there will be many more. And we are very, very open also to kind of take further applications on board from the partner network, which we are also trying to build right now. So we are looking very proactively in the space, what is at that moment developed, and try to take this also in to reflect against the experts from industry, whether that is really solving, or business, which is really whether it's really solving a problem. So this business development framework has the showcase element to it. And we are hoping very heavily that we can onboard relevant open source applications into this framework. But the second thing is you have to understand, almost like connecting an electric car with a power grid, how to bring this application into the context of the organization. And we do that by using an, again, open source, well-established framework. We mentioned that in previous videos before, which is called TOGAF, the Open Group Architectural Framework, which is well known in industry, big organizations, and map effectively these applications to these frameworks to give an organization an accelerated start in experimenting and in adoption. And the middle layer, if I may quickly kind of cover this off on that side, is actually the glue between this development framework and the expertise which is existing in industries and in business, which is there is a knowledge gap which has to be filled. We are very aware of that, and that was actually the starting point of funding, from funding round 6 up to funding round 9, 8. Where we started to develop effectively this knowledge describing blockchain technologies and terminology in an easy, understandable way, in a navigatable way, so that people can do deep dives and effectively kind of build up the knowledge to close the gap between the problem space, which they very well understand, and then this innovative technology, which is a distributed ledger technology with all these different elements, which by a sudden you have to understand to lift the full potential on that one.
Right. So what we are hoping now with Fund 12 is that the Cardano Catalyst community allows us to continue this I would say, well grounded approach. It's not a fast approach, so it has nothing to do with noisy PR and marketing. It kind of infiltrates business and industry from a lot of different angles. But the key thing, Thorsten, as you mentioned, is to get, let's say, product market fit undoubtedly in place, because without that, nothing will fly.
And I think that's also kind of one of the elements which we are kind of trying to bring in here. We deliberately didn't start building a technical solution on the blockchain, but effectively use this new introduced concept phase from Project Catalyst to really start to evaluate, is there really a problem, underlying problem? Is there a product market fit, and have then these conversations effectively with the context in industry and in business to get the verification of, yep, there is actually a problem to be solved. There is a market, and ultimately kind of like that then is leading to the adoption in the market, meaning kind of like it becomes self-sustainable, it becomes a viable business model in itself. And it is creating actually adoption of the technology as such, meaning kind of we see transaction volume increasing on Cardano.
So I guess this was our round trip, DLT360 over coffee, to explain what we are actually doing, how we are approaching this ambition to scale Web3, but specifically also Cardano in business and industry. So I can just warmly ask Cardano Catalyst community to support us in the Fund 12 voting.